Greetings. I'm going to introduce you to drum programming using Garageband. Just going to start off showing you how to get a drum set up, how to manipulate it using the keyboard, and the different options that are available to you that most of you are probably going to want to leave alone for now. We're going to start with an empty project. A MIDI instrument is what we're going for. The drummer is an AI drummer. It generates a drum beat for you. Fun to play with. I might let you use those in assignments down the road, but for now, we are concentrating on using our hands and the keyboard to write drum beats or play drum beats. Okay, so we're going MIDI instrument. It's going to default to classic electric piano, which we don't want. I'm going to back it up right here. Pick a drum kit or an electronic drum kit. For now, let's just be quick about it. Pick one of the acoustic ones. All right. Now, if your keyboard's where it should be as far as the octave setting goes, I know I taught you guys about these lights here. On the keyboards that don't have lights, if you look in the window, when you press the octave key, it's going to go, up 1, up 2, or -1 or -2. You want it to be set for 0, which is where you want it. Now, when that happens, your kick drum is going to be at C. So play through the keys. Listen to ones I have. Kick, rim shot, snare 1, hand clap, snare 2, tom 1, closed hi-hat, tom 2, not closed but not open hi-hat, tom 3, open hi-hat, tom 4. There's another tom there. It's a crash cymbal. Another tom. That is a ride close to the bell. Ride on the outside. Ride in the bell. Tambourine. Nothing. Cowbell. Another crash. Nothing. It's another ride. Nothing. 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 Now you have to notice now. There's a lot of keys that don't correspond to an instrument in drums. So if you have a drum set up and you know your sound's working and you're hitting keys and nothing's happening, it might be because your octave's set wrong or you're just in an area of the keyboard that doesn't correspond to any of the drum instruments. So take a minute, step back, check a couple things, make sure you are where you're supposed to be on the keyboard. All right. I'm going to shut the keyboard off in your view. Okay, next we're going to take notice of what's down here. And this is those things, those controls that I tell you, stay away from. But you have to notice what they are, and I'll help you remember what they are. This here, these are volume controls and muting controls for these different instruments. But the kick, that. Snare, that. Your toms, those are your toms, the things that sound like that. Your hi-hat. So hi-hats are a cymbal that a drummer uses constantly to keep the beat, to keep the tempo, to keep his groove driving. And he can use a hi-hat or a ride cymbal for that purpose. Your other cymbals are for accents. That. Sometimes you hear, or you hear a cymbal that goes with a kick or a snare after a fill, or just somewhere. But it's not something that a drummer will usually play a lot. That sort of cymbal. A crash cymbal, a splash cymbal, a china cymbal. Your percussion categories are your tambourines, your shakers, your maracas, your cowbells. in that category. Certain drum sets are going to have more of those involved. Some of the digital drum sets are going to have some weird sounds that qualify as percussion. It's cool stuff. And a compression is a recording concept. Again, don't touch it. And your effects, I mean, you can experiment with tone and room. Go for it. See what happens. But you want to do these kinds of adjustments are made after you're done with your drums. You know, it's like everything's played out, everything's recorded. I like the performance. Let me mess with this because I need something different. Keep in mind when this is open also, there's a track and a master button here. I think they call this a stereo button. I don't remember. But you don't want to mess around with this stuff if you don't know what you're doing. Especially the master track, because that's going to put effects and equalization on your entire recorded piece. Just keep in mind that, you know, I'm asking you to practice and learn. I don't want you doing it. You got to take breaks. You got to take inspirational breaks. But if you could do them within the program, it'll be even better for you. So if you want to experiment and dial in different sounds, those sounds can inspire you to write or choose a different instrument. You know, there's some crazy stuff here in the electronic kits. It's a lot of fun. All right, I'm going to stop here. In the next video, most likely dive into actually starting to record drum beats and a few rules that will involve like what drum should go on what beat. Alrighty, see you next time.